Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Vacation Bible School training for Stellar Vacation Bible School. I'm really excited for VBS this year. I know it's going to be amazing. We are going to be talking a lot about Jesus this year because we're going through the life of Jesus and talking about lots of different stories about Jesus. And the main thing the kids are going to be learning is about shining Jesus's light in the world. You guys are being amazing lights to our children and families for Vacation Bible School, and I'm just so pleased to come alongside of you all and participate in this amazing week. So we are going to be moving through a PowerPoint together. The first part of the PowerPoint is for everyone. If you're part of our registration team, if you're part of snack crew, hospitality, crew leaders, any way that you're involved in Vacation Bible School, the first part of the training is for you. The second part of the training is aimed at our crew leaders, the people who will be working one-on-one with our children. There's still a lot of good information in there about Vacation Bible School. We'll be talking about our Operation Kid to Kid, which is our missions thing that we're going to be doing this year. We'll get to meet our buddies. So feel free to watch the whole video. It's not that you need to be excluded from it. It's just that if you're not a crew leader, you don't have to watch the whole video, but you are more than welcome to, because there's lots of good information for everybody if you're looking to get all of the information about Vacation Bible School. So I'm going to share my screen, and we are going to go through our PowerPoint. So let me get this into the right mode. That would help. There we go. All right. So you should still be able to see me in the corner, and we'll walk through our PowerPoint together. All right, the first thing we're going to do is watch a video about kind of the whole VBS experience. So if you haven't been part of VBS before, you'll get an idea of everything that we're going to do. If you have, you'll get an idea of what we're doing specifically for this year, but we're going to watch this all together.
Welcome to VBS. Yep, get ready for a wild and wonderful week. But more than anything, you're going to have fun. Plus, you get the privilege of seeing kids grow in their relationship with God. Over the years, Groups VBS consistently rates #1 in customer satisfaction. Well, that just means you and your peers tell us you're having a great experience with Group. For the next few minutes, we'll outline why we think that is. So we've compiled a few tips from our crew that created and tested this VBS. Over the years, we've learned what will make your experience and your kids' experience the best. Our team has been there and done that, and here's our best advice.
First, follow the program as it's written. The activities in each leader manual have been tested, tweaked, and retested with real kids and real teachers to make them the best for you. You have our guarantee that these directions are the best way to lead your station. Your station leaders will love our field test findings. These are things we discovered, well, sometimes the hard way, at our field test. They let you know what to do and what not to do. Remember, we've made the mistakes so you don't have to.
Be sure to say the Bible point each day. Each day, everything focuses on one easy-to-remember Bible point. The idea is that kids have one solid, simple Bible truth to take home and put into practice. Hearing you say the Bible point helps kids remember it and understand it. And when kids shout back their response, you can be sure they're engaged and solidifying the Bible point.
I've come in at the end, so I've heard what the basic message was of that day, and they get it.
Be a great leader by learning and using kids' names. When someone calls you by name in a kind way, you feel that they care. It really is a simple way to make kids feel special. Each day, your goal is to speak each child's name in love. What a powerful and easy way to show God's love. By the way, the small mixed-age crews ensure kids will hear their names in a loving way each day. We've built it into the program.
Next, be sure to participate. You didn't come to VBS to stand around and talk with other adults. Get involved in the games. Sing out loud during sing and play. Get into the Bible adventures. During discussion times, share your own thoughts and insights. When kids hear your own stories of how God has made a difference in your life, we promise that makes an impact on the kids.
Circle up. In most stations, you'll have a time for discussion and sharing. That's the time for your crew to form a small knee-to-knee circle. Wait until your crew members are circled up before beginning the discussion time. Leaders across the country have tried this and found that it really does make a difference. Station leaders encourage crew leaders to make discussion circles before you continue. Make circling up part of the fun. One crew leader always placed their hat in the circle center for everyone to surround. In a crew circle, kids and leaders are focusing on each other. The discussion is lively and everyone is engaged. Take a few extra seconds so you can get face to face with kids in your crew. It really helps.
It's not good enough to just sit in a circle. If you really sit knee to knee and circle up and look in each other's eyes, the whole dynamic changes. It's so much more engaging than everybody just kind of sitting whichever way they want to and pretending to be engaged.
Station leaders, call on crew leaders to lend a hand. If people are talking when you want to give instructions, just say, crew leaders, let's make sure everyone can hear these instructions. Or if you see that kids are distracted with their sciencey fun gizmos during Bible adventures, say, crew leaders, let's move all of your crew bags and fun stuff to the wall. Remember, each crew leader is responsible for 5 kids. If each one lends a hand, your job is a snap. Listen up. As you can see, there's a lot going on at VBS, so be sure to listen up. Station leaders may need help getting kids to tune in or stop one activity and begin another. So be sure to listen to the station leaders so you can help kids with each activity.
Thanks for giving your time and energy to show kids God's love. You're making a difference in the lives of kids and adults in your community. It's our prayer that you see God transform your church through VBS.
All right, you can see that this week is going to be a lot of fun. Our theme this year is stellar, so it is an outer space theme. We're going to be on the surface of the moon and looking out into outer space and seeing all sorts of amazing things that God has created, and lots of ways that lights are shining in outer space. It's going to be really awesome. So there's some information that I just want to go over with everyone. Make sure that we all know dates and times and all the things that we are offering for you. So just a reminder that VBS runs from 6 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. That's June 12th through the 16th. We are in the Family Life Center. We use the whole space the whole time. Imagination Station, which is our kind of crafts and science station, will be in a space that's divided off into the corner of the Family Life Center over by the kitchen. Our outdoor games class is going to be indoors and outdoors as needed, depends on the weather and the game. You can see that there's always kind of a water game or two that we do, so those always need to be outside. Our welcome and closing time and our Bible time happen from the main stage in the Family Life Center. And so kids will be seated at tables in front of the stage for those. This year, I'm very excited to say that we are able to offer dinners again for all of our volunteers before Vacation Bible School starts. So dinner will be offered from 4:45 to 5:45 p.m. in the fellowship hall. So that's in the other building kitchen. We will be providing dinner. So you just need to be finished with dinner and in your place by 5:45 to get ready, for VBS to start at 6 o'clock. That's especially important for our crew leaders, since those are the ones that the kids come in and you need to be at your table and in your space to welcome your children. Registration, you'll have to come in early and eat early, but you'll check in with Barb Ratliff and Bobby Bergman, who are in charge of our registration team. They will let you know what time you need to be there, and you will be eating on the earlier side so that you can be in your spots and ready for kids. Kids will be able to start coming in for registration, between 5:30 and 5:45. So our station leaders are the people in charge of each station. Me, Faye, and Mindy Standifer, we are teaching from the main stage. So I do most of the teaching. I do the closing and opening and the Bible stuff, and Mindy acts as my number 2. When I'm on stage and I'm actively teaching the kids, that is not the time to be coming up to me and saying, I need your help, unless it's a serious emergency. Mindy, as my number 2, will be there to help do anything while I'm up on stage teaching. Kimberly Gallo, who is our youth minister, will be leading our games, and Viveka Usuri will be leading Imagination Station. The dress code, we just try to remember, that we're working with kids. VBS is a lot of activity. You're up and down off the floor. You're, moving around a lot. You're playing games. So just make sure that you're wearing clothes that are appropriate for moving around and for being with kids. We do have our Vacation Bible School t-shirts. You might have seen them already. I'll stand up a little bit. They say Stellar Crew on them. If you can't afford to buy a shirt, not a problem. We can give you one for free. If you are able to afford to make a donation, we're trying to cover the cost of them as much as we can. And so we ask for a $10 donation if you're able to do that with your shirt. I still have plenty of shirts left, so that's not a problem. We also, if you're interested in having a hat, we have our caps, our Stellar caps. These are $5 a piece for the hats, and you're welcome to get one of those as well. When you come for Vacation Bible School, no matter if you're part of hospitality or snack crew or registration, in the Family Life Center, in the northwest corner, which is the door that's towards the preschool, we have our volunteer check-in area. We want everyone to check in every day so that we know that everybody's there, that we have all the people that we need. So there's a place for you to check in. That's also where you'll get your name tag. So name tags look like this. We already have yarn on them. If you don't like the yarn, feel free to remove it and put it on a regular lanyard or whatever it is that you want. We'll have Sharpies on the table there, and you can fill out your name. Please put on there what you want the children to call you. So I usually go by Miss Faye. So that's what I would write on my name tag. It's up to you if you want the kids to call you by first name or if you prefer your last name, whatever is your comfort level with what you want the kids to call you. Make sure that that's what you're putting on your name tag. Typically with the kids, I refer to teachers as Miss or Mr. first name. That's kind of it's respectful, but it's also casual, and it's just what I usually do. But please go ahead and fill out your name tag how you want it to be. And then also at that table, there will be copies of the daily schedules and announcements. And so if you need to get a schedule or you need to know, what the new announcements are for the day, make sure you pick that up at the check-in area. That's also where we keep extra supplies and things like that. So anything for the volunteers, you'll find at the volunteer check-in area. All right, just an example of our schedule so that everybody knows what's going on. We begin the day about 5:50, 5:55. We huddle in the back by the volunteer check-in area to do a prayer time and just make any announcements to make sure that everyone's on the same page for the day. Then VBS officially starts at 6 o'clock from the main stage. We have our opening and music time. The kids then go to their first rotation at 6:30. So half of the kids go to Imagination Station, the other half goes to All-Star Games. Then we're back together at the main stage again for Bible Adventures. And this year, for the first time, we're going to be doing snack during that Bible Adventures time. So we have our snack team that will have the snacks prepped and ready to come out to the tables. Kids will sit down, have their snack while I start introducing the Bible story. And then they have to have their snacks finished by the end of that time. So they'll have about that 15 to 20 minutes of Bible time when they get to eat their snack. And then snack team, you'll come back in and clean up trash and make sure that everything's cleaned up from the kids as they go to their second rotation. So then it's rotation 2, and then at 7:40, we come back for the cosmic closing. Now, during closing time, parents and guardians are invited to come and watch the closing with their kids. They're not sitting at the table with their kids. There'll be chairs set up for the parents to sit in the back behind the tables and behind the tables and chairs that the kids are in. But the parents are welcome to come and watch cosmic closing. All right, just another really important thing, just so that everybody has eyes open and that we're aware and that we're keeping our kids as safe as possible. These are just things to remember for our children, for the child protection and safety. We will have first aid kits around there. It will be one at the registration table. There's also an AED machine and a first aid kit right in the entryway of the Family Life Center, right in the foyer. There is stuff right there. If you're in charge of children during a particular time, so station leaders or crew leaders, you need to make sure that you know which children are supposed to be with you and that you know where they are. Children should not be wandering off by themselves. You should always make sure that you're sticking with your kids. And since we're in one building, that's not so difficult, you know, as it's been before in the past when we were moving all over the place. But we just want to make sure that we still have our eyes on the kids at all times. You are going inside and outside with games, so you want to make sure your kids are all together. You want to always stay with your group and remember the 2-person rule. So that means that there should always be 2 volunteers around a child. You should never, ever be alone with a kid at any point. If you look around and you see for some reason you're standing around alone with a child, get yourself to a place where you're with other people or call for somebody to help you if you're having an issue. If there's a discipline or health safety issue that you can't handle, contact me or Mindy or Bobby. Bobby Bergman, she's with the registration team, and we will help you with what we can. If your children need to use the bathroom or kids are coming in, the registration team hangs out by the bathroom so that they can, you know, the bathrooms are always monitored. But you do not need to be going into the bathroom with your children. The children can go into the bathroom by themselves. We will have the doors propped open so that we can see kids coming and going and we can hear if anybody needs help. If for some reason a child does need help, we will have pre-K kids there, you know, kids who have just finished VPK. So we do have some young ones coming. If they need help buttoning their pants or zipping their pants or something's gone wrong or they've had a bathroom accident, get a second person to help you. Do not go into the bathroom by yourself or have the child come out into the hallway so that you can help them in view of everyone else. All right. We just need to make sure that we are doing everything that we can to protect ourselves and to protect our children. All right. If you have any questions about any of that, please let me know. Okay. That's pretty much it for the basic info. I'm now going to move into stuff that's more specifically for our crew leaders. Like I said earlier, you're welcome to stay through the rest of the training, but if you're also welcome to finish up there. We'll be talking a little bit more about specific stuff for the program, but there's lots of good information for everybody. So you're welcome to stick around and finish the video with me. All right, crew leaders. So crew leaders, you need to be at your tables by 5:45. Kids will be coming in at that time, and we want to make sure that we've got adults in coverage as the kids are coming in. Remember that your phones really need to be kept away and should only be used in emergencies or if a station leader asks you to take them out. Because we're doing a lot of things this year with light, there will be times when you might be asked to use the flashlight on your phone, and then the station leader will let you know, hey, please take your phone out and turn your flashlight on for some of the different things that the kids are doing. But unless the station leader or I have asked you to do something, phones need to be kept away. So no phone calls or texting during VBS. We really want you focused on the kids. Now, if there's an emergency, of course, you should let me know. I just realized I forgot to put my phone number in. So just so everybody has it, my cell phone number is 679-3138. All right, I will make sure to put that in the email as well. It's also on your daily schedule so that you'll have my number. Okay, crews. Your crew will consist of 5 to 6 students. It depends on how many kids we have register. You'll have various ages. We do mixed age crews. So you'll have anywhere from pre-K to 5th grade. You'll be seated at the tables in front of the main stage. You'll have a crew bag, and there will also be a basket of supplies on the middle of your table that will put the different things in that you need. If you need to take a bathroom break with your crew, the best time is in between stations. Try not to let the kids leave the station to use the bathroom at all, if at all possible. We want kids to be part of everything that's going on and interacting with everything. All right, so crew leaders, you will have a folder that will have all of your information in. I don't have the new ones made up just yet, so I'm going to show you last year's folder. So this one says Monumental because that was last year's VBS, but all the information will be the same. It'll just be updated to this year's stuff. So in your folder, you will have a sample schedule. The sample schedule will show everything that you'll need for the day. The Bible point, information about the story, announcements, and information about the character of the day. These schedules you'll pick up at the volunteer check-in every day, and you need to pick it up. It changes every day, so you need to pick it up. Your schedule doesn't change. You still go to the same things at the same time, but the other information on it changes. And on the back of your schedule, there's always some fun stuff to do with your crew. So they always put things like jokes, little fun facts about the character of the day, all kinds of different things. There's always new stuff every day. So you definitely want to check that out. There's also information about the buddies in your folder. So you'll have all the Bible buddy information. And then it's Operation Kid to Kid, which we'll talk about a little bit more. But your Operation Kid to Kid is in there. Who's who in your crew. So if you are somebody that isn't around children very much, or you just need a refresher, it walks you through, hey, I've just completed kindergarten. This is kind of where I am as a kindergartner. Hey, I've just completed 1st grade. This is the stuff that 1st graders like to do. So it gives you some information about grade levels. There's also some information about what to do so if you're having discipline issues, if you're not sure what to do, if your crew doesn't get along, if they won't participate, there's information already in your folder to help you go over any kind of situations. If you've used the information in your folder and you're still having discipline problems or something's going on, then reach out to somebody else to help you. Then there's information about each day's Bible lesson. So there'll be Bible story info, and some group questions that you might need to ask your kids during one of the activities, and some information about God sightings, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So there's lots of good information in your folder. So you'll have these, you can pick these up from me either this Sunday at church, or you can pick them up on your first day, but lots of good info in there. Okay, so first steps for our crew leader friends. You're going to come in and check in. You're going to get your name tag, your schedule, any supplies that you need. Your crew bags, which will look like this, will already be waiting at your table. And we'll talk about what's in your crew bag in just a minute, but you'll have a bag to kind of haul all your stuff around in. Reminder that, and I've already said this, but we're going to say it again, that your daily schedule does change every day. The schedule itself does not change, but the other information does. So you want to pick that up every day. When your children arrive, they'll be brought to you by one of the registration team. So we have people whose job it is to walk the kids to their table, especially on the first day or two when they're still learning where they need to go. So once a child comes to the table, you want to introduce yourself. You want to find out what their name is. They'll already have a name tag. They'll get their name tag from the registration team. You'll want to learn their name. You'll want to check that name tag to see if there's an allergy or a medical condition that we might need to make an accommodation for, okay? We definitely want to check for food allergies and any environmental outdoor allergies. So if they're allergic to fire ants or wasps, or things like that, that might be an issue outside playing games, we want to know that. And then in your crew bag, you'll have some Ziploc bags. You'll want to write the child's name on one of the Ziplocs. Those are used to just carry their stuff around throughout the week. So if you need to put things in their bag that's specifically for that child, that's what the Ziplocs are for. So in your crew bag, your bag will look like this. It might be orange, it might be red, it might be green. We have a couple different colors, but it'll be a sling back drawstring bag that you can haul everything in. You can put your folder in here. You can put all the kids' materials in here. If the kids have phones, which they shouldn't have, but if they do and you need to tuck it in the bag during VBS, that's fine. But inside, you'll find everything that you need. There's a small bottle of sanitizer. We have a pack of tissues. You'll have your Scotch tape. You have a Sharpie and a pen, and you have all of the Ziplocs for all the kids. And then any extra supplies, if you run out of something, if something breaks or doesn't work, we have all of that extra stuff at the volunteer check-in area. All right, at the end of the night, when it's time to dismiss, you're going to remain at your table with your kids. This is a great time to check out the fun stuff on the back of the schedule. I said there was those jokes and fun facts and kind of interesting things you can do. All of that's on that back of that daily schedule, and that's a fun time to check that out if you have extra time with your kids. As guardians are coming into the Family Life Center to pick up, they are checking out with the registration team. So children can be picked up one of two ways. Their parents can wait in the car line outside, or the parents can come inside to pick up their child. If they've come inside to pick up their child, then they have already checked out with the registration team, and the registration team will call those kids first, and they will be able to go to their parent and be dismissed. If the parent is waiting in the car line, then once the kids inside are dismissed, we will start calling kids to go outside to their parent. So they will be called with the microphone over the speaker system, and they will be called to go outside to get picked up in the car line. If we have a volunteer that has a child in the program, once most of the other kids have left, then you can send the volunteer children over to their parent or guardian. All right, let's meet our buddies. So since we're an outer space theme, usually we have different animal characters as our buddies, but this year we get outer space characters, which is really awesome. So our day one buddy is named Cosmo. He is a star, and he's going to teach us that when life feels dark, we're going to shine Jesus's light. Now, you might have heard in the video that every time we say our theme of the week, which is Shine Jesus's Light, is our recurring thing that we will say. The kids are going to shout that out every time we do our Bible point. So they're going to make twinkle stars with their hands, and they're going to say, Shine Jesus's light. So we're going to practice that. You get to practice with me. Every time we say our Bible point, we're going to practice our twinkle stars. So everybody get your fingers ready. So our day two character is Ringo, and he is a planet, and he teaches us that when people don't get along, shine Jesus's light. We're going to shout that out together. Luna is our day three character. She is a moon, and she teaches us that when good things happen, shine Jesus's light. You guys are doing great. I want to hear you louder, though. I know you can do better. So day four, our character is Soul. He is a sun, and he teaches us that when people are sad, we can shine Jesus's light. And Haley is our comet. She teaches us that when people need help, we can shine Jesus's light. Very good, my friends. So those are our buddies for the week. They are going to be a lot of fun. All right, so Operation Kid to Kid, we get to do a mission project every year where the kids are bringing in money to help kids around the world in some way. Group Publishing, which is our publishing company, usually partners with World Vision, and they have again this year, and they're providing Bibles in different languages to children around the world. So for every $12 that a child brings in, that's enough to supply a child with a Bible written in their own languages. So World Vision is focusing on a couple different areas. There's some countries in Africa, Latin America, the Middle East, and Eastern Europe. And we're going to watch a video about that so that you guys can learn more about what our mission project is this year. So let's watch our video.
God is love, and his light shines upon all of us. How do we know this? The Bible, of course. Most of us in North America have access to a Bible at home and at church. The comfort, hope, and truth of Scripture is right there, whenever we want it. Yet for millions of people around the world, Bible stories or passages must be shared through word of mouth. Sunday school teachers struggle to help children grow in faith without access to the Word of God. In some communities, even pastors don't have a Bible in their own language. But we can change that. With Operation Kid to Kid, you can donate money to buy a Bible for children in countries around the world, like Rwanda, Nicaragua, and the Philippines. $12 buys a Bible for a child in their own language. Not only do they get God's joyous words of love and hope, they also get the gift of knowing that a kid like you from another country cares about them. Every Bible impacts 5 people, so if we raise $100,000, more than 40,000 people will be reached by the Word of God. Some people say kids can't make a difference, but we can, especially when we do it together. Just think of what could happen if we all give $12 so another kid can have a Bible. It's a huge goal, and we're excited to tackle it. God's word says, "Your word is a lamp for my feet, a light for my path." Our path is toward God's love. Let's share this love with children in other countries so they too may know his glorious path.
All right, so that just gives us a glimpse into what our mission project will be this year. We're excited to help provide Bibles for kids around the world. So it's something that everybody can give to. All church members are welcome to give to our Operation Kid to Kid. So kids are bringing in money, but you're also welcome to bring in money or let other people in the congregation know about our mission project and help support. We encourage you to bring in, if you have a handful of change at home that you can bring in. There are definitely nights when some kids, they've given their money and they don't have any more to give, or there's some kids that can't afford to give at all. And we want each of the kids to have an opportunity to put something in the donation box. And so if you have a handful of change that you want to bring in as a crew leader, just to keep on hand so that you can give it out to the kids in your crew so that everybody has something to put in the donation box, that's appreciated, because it's nice for the kids to have an opportunity to serve, whether they can afford to or not. Okay. One of the other awesome things we get to do every year is talk about God sightings. So God sightings are times when we see God in everyday life. Was someone helpful? Did someone show kindness? Did you see something in creation that reminded you of God? And we encourage the kids to be watching for God throughout the week. So everybody is going to get a Watch for God bracelet. These are really fun this year because they do glow in the dark. So if you let it in the sun or some light for a while, it should glow for a little bit. So the kids should have a fun time with these throughout the week. These are for you and for the kids. So we have enough wristbands that everybody gets one, and we encourage you to wear it throughout the week and be watching for God. So during Sing and Play Blast, which is our opening time, you'll talk about your God sightings and let each child hold a piece of moon rock that's really lava rock. And then a different child each night can come and place their moon rock on the stage. So we'll add our moon rock to our set as the week goes on. As of right now, the moon rock or the lava rock that I ordered has not arrived yet. It's almost 2 weeks late now. I don't know that we're going to get it on time, so we might not get our big pieces of moon rock that I wanted to use. We might have to use smaller pieces of rock, but we will have something fun for the kids to do. They're not going to mind. They will still enjoy touching the lava rock. It's cool stuff. It looks really neat, and we wanted to give them something that would be different from what they would usually see with rock. So it's going to be fun. All right. So at the end of the day, as the children are leaving, they'll get a take-home bag to take home with them. So in that bag, they are going to have their buddy for the day. Now, this year's buddies are pretty fun. They are 3D buddies. This is Ringo. You can see his cool Saturn rings there. Each of the buddies is a 3D character that also supposedly glow in the dark. I have not checked to make sure that they do, but they're supposed to glow in the dark, and they can be used to play and have fun. And then on the bottom of each buddy is the Bible verse that goes with it, is written underneath. They'll also get a small toy to take home that kind of goes with the theme, little outer space, fun little toys. And then any paperwork or information for the guardians goes home in the bag too. So information about Operation Kid to Kid, information. Parks and Rec gave us some stuff for what's going on in the city over the summer for our families. The parent newsletter, all of that stuff goes home in that take-home bag. So as the kids are leaving and getting picked up, they will get one of those take-home bags given to them by the registration team and our snack team to take home with them. So that's when they'll get their buddy at the end of the day. All right, let me stop sharing the screen and bring me back. There I am. All right, my friends, thank you so much for sitting through the training. I know it's a lot of information, especially for our new friends who haven't done VBS before. I am available to have conversations ahead of time. If you have questions or I didn't answer something, please email or call me. I will, when I send the link out for this video, all of that will be in the email that I send. But please let me know if there's anything that I forgot or if there's anything that you need help with. And I look forward to seeing you guys at Vacation Bible School. Have a great night.